That thing is
Like,
muy bueno.
All right.
Like butter.
We are ready.
everyone. All right, go
All
ahead.
right.
Ditch the C clamp for the compact mag grab.
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, I don't mind it as long as you're not shooting suppressed. Then, or your light's too far out at the end of your rail. That kind of limits mobility. And we're live. Welcome to a brand new episode of what the fuck was this name? That might just be the new title. What the fuck did this get? Anecdotal. I saved a ton of money on vacation this year by switching to staycations.
Or alternatively,
if
you want a good cheap getaway, cruises are ridiculously cheap right now.
I wonder why.
Of course.
Yeah, they let me pilot the boat. I was the only one on it. We crashed.
So are the airline tickets to get there, but I don't know if there'll be flights.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah. I've been seeing people out with rubber gloves who do not know how to use rubber gloves. Like, they don't understand what it means. It's like, stop touching shit. Just because you have rubber gloves doesn't mean you can touch anything. You saying?
Touch all the things.
Don't.
Oh, I was just gonna say, does anybody want to discuss what their places of work are doing for this insanity?
I am legally not allowed to.
I'm also basically in the same spot.
I am kind of there as well.
Well, thanks for bringing up that non-topic, Dick.
Hey, not my fault.
But I think we all agreed that the stupid is ubiquitous.
Yes.
Yeah.
I get why they're doing it. I understand why they're doing it. They're being a little bit overreactive.
Yeah, I was going to say, I got 74 hours in last week to get prepped for this nonsense, so what's that tell you?
Oh, mine's just not finalized. Once it's finalized, I'm kind of like responsible to actually tell everybody. So once it's finalized. Yeah. Ooh, how's Vegas doing? If
it's cheap.
I bet.
And really, if you think about it, this is only one extra thing that you can catch while you're in Vegas.
Yeah.
That's a damn good point.
That's, the odds there are actually in your favor.
Yeah.
It's like the opposite of switching to Christianity when you're still honoring pantheons. You just go down to one thing to worry about instead of 12 or 13. Or it's pretty safe. It's been quite the news week. Not really.
Yeah.
Like nothing's happened.
Or has everything happened?
Yeah, practically the possibilities are there.
I've got a good one that would be interesting, just so y'all know.
Hold on a second.
Yeah.
There is a trending saying, don't be a spreader. And there's an underlying says, trending with Mel Brooks. Don't be a spreader?
Look.
I don't get the reference. I mean, I know it's Corona-related, but...
No, it's man-spreading. I bet you if you click the link, it's man-spreading.
With Mel Brooks? Al Brooks, maybe, but Mel Brooks?
Yeah.
Oh, this is taking forever. Seattle doctor, life support, his 40s. No, this is about it's about the coronavirus, and it's actually Max Brooks who's posting stuff. Mel has locked him out of his house and won't allow him inside.
Well, so
So they're basically just visiting. He's in a. I keep forgetting how short of a man that man is.
by the way, I just want to announce this that I feel completely vindicated for making my purchase of a Mercy food supply when I saw this shit going down, spreading to Europe. And my girlfriend basically told me I was kind of nuts for doing it. I feel vindicated. Now that all kind of some of this stuff has happened, but for the worst reasons. Just had to throw that in there. Sorry.
I was right. I don't care how many people had to die to prove it.
Oh, well, interesting tidbit. I think about 15 people have died in the U.S. of this thing so far. Jeffrey Dahmer ate more people than that.
No, it's like 25.
No.
It's Jeffrey Dahmer killed 17, and it's now surpassed
Oh,
Dahmer.
Yeah.
Max Brooks is Mel Brooks' son.
Yeah, you didn't know that?
No.
Fry, I am very disappointed in you.
Yeah. I hate his first book. World War Z sucked. The movie is
great, though.
The movie is better than the book. Personally.
That's because you just have a secret thing for Brad Pitt. We all know. But that's
first off, how dare you ignore Dean Cain? Secondly, I don't actually have a list, but I wanted to. I love Brad Pitt, but shut up, Steven. But this is I didn't know that, but he's got a new book coming out about the first-hand account of the Rainier Gargantuan massacre. Sasquatch massacre. So his new book, The Evolution, is about. Yeah, comes out in May. I want to pre-order it. Just to see if he's anywhere near as funny as his dad.
I mean, he can't be.
We shall see.
Yeah, we shall see. But anyway, so yeah, basically, has anybody else heard rumblings of possible federal quarantine?
Yeah. How exactly is that going to work?
I have no fucking idea.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know how that would work in like certain industries. Like, how would that work in security? Like, you can't just shut down security.
By the time it gets up and going, I mean, this shit's going to be blown over.
Yeah.
Because government moves so fucking slow.
Well, in tinfoil hat time, is this the future the globalists wanted?
Yeah. What about those Alabama Runestones or Georgia Guidestones? Or what fucking state was that? Georgia, right? Georgia Guidestones?
Oh, Georgia is a state.
Georgia's a country.
Georgia's also a country, yes.
No, I think
both
it's
could be true at the
Georgia
same time.
Guidestones. Yeah,
I've never heard
which
of them.
Perth? Hold on, I'll look it up. Which sucks because if I look up Georgia Guidestones and it's not Georgia, it's not going to give me what freaking state it is.
Tinfoil hat time aside, Sean, I don't see how that could be because honestly, this does not help them. It actually hurts their case, but I could be wrong.
Not if their case not if their case is solely to unseat Trump.
Oh, I thought you were talking about like the Melinda and Bill Gates spreading fucking Zika through their mosquitoes thing.
No, and I actually credit them as being more on the up and up with that. I think they are actually being philanthropic when they do that.
In third world countries, not in America.
I don't think that is the case. Like I said, I think this was something that got out of that fucking biological lab. It was bioengineered. I am still of that mind that this was something that they were possibly trying to use and engineer for a bioweapon, and it got out. It was in its infancy stages, not very lethal, not unless you're immunocompromised or past the median age. Most senators in this country. So
Rip Congress.
yeah, pretty much. Honestly, I think that's where a lot of this is coming from, is mainly because
they're going to be Arizona.
a majority of the people that are in government are much older. That's why this is overblown and being as blown up as it is. I could be wrong.
Yeah. 2022, Kristen Sinema is going to be one of like the oldest people in Congress.
Yeah.
Or in Senate. All right, so the Georgia Guidestones, they're outside of Elbert County, Georgia, and there's a set of 10 Guidestones, and they were erected in the 1980s. And some of the things that they mention, there's a capstone, and then 5 slabs dedicated to astronomical alignment. And it's referred to as the American Stonehenge. But one of the things they mention is a population decrease to like 500 million people worldwide or something like that. It's a whole hippy-dippy bullshitty thing. But they have guides and whatnot. But the fucking thing's gigantic. I mean, these are... 10,000 kilograms. There's stones.
I'm just gonna say that stuff's about as believable as that shit that came on in Fox in like the mid '90s, where they had all those psychics come on and tell that the world was gonna end by the year 2004, 2005, due to.
Oh no, it's nothing magical or nothing.
Yeah.
Like there's a guy who installed it. He's like, yeah, I installed this. And they're like, who paid for it? And he's like, I don't know. like his information is like, yeah, no, I carved all this and I put it here. But like the group that paid him, he's like, I don't know. I don't know nothing.
I mean, there's no telling.
Yeah, it's not like a real conspiracy theory, because Stonehenge, bit of a mystery. This guy's like, no, I did it. Why? I don't know. And but they got a permit for it and everything, but there's no information in the permit either.
Yeah.
But these are just like the Guidestones in the Age of Reason, and there's it's just a bunch of shit.
Well, I call hooey on it.
Yeah.
I'm still all for the fact that. Oh, go ahead.
There was a tweet I saw that took a picture of the book that Dean Koontz wrote in like 1981 that has a passage that says something.
They changed it in the mid 90s. It was originally for something in Russia. They changed it like in the mid 90s, and it was scary the fact that it actually got that city right. I know what you're talking about though.
Do you? Because it wasn't. I don't think it was specific to a city, but it was specific as to in 2020 there would be a flu-like pneumonia,
originally
pandemic.
From China.
Yeah, that would come out of nowhere and disappear just as unexpectedly, and then comes back 10 years later.
Yeah, Eye of Darkness.
Yeah. Like I said, I think it's a bioweapon. They were probably using it to control the pangolin batch soldiers that they were creating.
Well,
that's some chewy tinfoil right there.
No, they're upside down, so the pangolin armor is on the belly of the bat.
That's right.
Get off the fence, Bunny. Buy ammo.
My buddy and I were talking about that today, and we are pretty much of the mindset that they were researching the bat coronavirus in this lab in Wuhan, which is pretty indisputable that they were absolutely doing that. And because of their lax protocols or just by sheer accident, it escaped, and then they figured, well, it's out. We might as well pin it on this seafood market or whatever. Or it actually got out of the lab and got, spread in that wet market, in the seafood market, and it just blew up from there.
No.
So there could be a lot
Yeah.
of truth to it. It might not be necessarily a bioweapon. It could just be the lab was studying this disease, because that's what it does, and it got out.
Oh, I'm sure there's
Yeah.
all sorts of wonderful
4/5.
programs there that. Yeah, and besides, it's extremely rare for a virus to jump between species, even if it is mammalia. Especially to jump to us.
4/5 of the initial wave of people had no ties to the wet market in China. Like, there was barely enough people to say several people had been to this wet market, as opposed to it originating in the wet market. I'm a fan of Neo's theory about the South Korean death cult that opened up last year. Their South Korean death cult opened up a Wuhan facility, and might have got to one of the people there in the
Possible.
In the chemical, because we make bad things all the time here in America. No intent to use it, but we make the bad things so that we have weapons to fight the bad things. Yeah,
I think it's hedging bets at that point. It's just one of those things like, we don't intend to use this, but if we had to,
might use it.
Yeah, so if we had to, at least we have it, sort of thing.
Yeah, and
if it's used. Yeah,
Okay.
go ahead, Josh. No, you go ahead.
I'm just saying. But China is blaming us. They're pointing the finger at us, and then you got people that are fucking cucking for China, and they're saying China did the right thing, and it's the U.S.'s fault. And I'm like, how? This shit started over there.
Goddamn Bernie bros.
No, seriously, I saw this one tweet from Blue Checkmark that said she was quarantined over in China, and it was like the best thing she ever had happen to her. I'm like, there's a lot of people that would probably disagree if they could, but they're dead now because they got sealed in their apartments, and
there's so much ash.
No, there wasn't ash. There was rotting corpses. But I don't know. I don't know. All I know is people are behaving stupid.
People are being stupid about capitalism right now.
Yes. But what they fail to realize is those shelves will be filled back up within possibly a few days. So
yeah, scarcity's built into capitalism, unlike socialism, where scarcity is the norm.
Yeah.
Well, then it just becomes a feature.
Yeah. Wow, what did socialists use for lights before candles?
Light bulbs.
Yeah, electricity.
Yep. Yeah, electricity.
This one's been making the rounds too, and it is kind of an interesting things that make you go hum sort of thing. Lamps in video games are using real electricity.
Yeah, that's true. It's true. God damn it, it's true.
It's like that's pretty astute.
So
yeah. So you guys ready for the latest hubbub from the YouTubes?
over what?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. As COVID-19 evolves, we're doing our best to support those who watch, create, and make a living on YouTube. Many of us here in our extended workforce are unable to work as usual, so we're reducing staffing in certain offices, causing some disruptions. With fewer people to review content, our automated systems will be stepping in to keep YouTube safe. More videos will be removed than normal during this time, including content that does not violate our community guidelines. We know this will be hard for all of you.
So say we all.
I have a doctor buddy from Michigan who's posted on Facebook, and he mentioned that the virus is it's as it goes into your body. There's a few days where it's just specifically in your throat and before it gets into your lungs and whatnot, where you're asymptomatic but you're spreading. Yeah. And Facebook called him a liar, and he went off on because it got put into a not factually accurate with the kind of like, you can see what's being said, but you have to admit that, or you have to accept that it's not truthful. And he's like, I'll put my goddamn medical degree against your interns any day, Facebook.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, but you don't know this. This is something you were just told by the CDC. Like,
people are definitely interesting and all that wonderful jazz. They're behaving very interesting right now. And I think what this should be is a lesson for some of you that should understand society in itself is very fragile.
Mm.
We haven't witnessed a full breakdown, but you're starting to see cracks.
David Rothschild wrote, cool, back to racism again. That will stop this virus. Racism literally would have stopped this virus.
Yes. In a way.
like, if everybody was racist, no one would have been to and no one would have been coming from China. They all would have still been in China.
See the article about the mayor? I don't know if they have a mayor or governor in Milan, but they did a deal right before the outbreak of Italy by like a week or two, where they went up and hugged a Chinese person. They were asking citizens to go out of their way and hug Chinese people. It was funny. I saw it on an article.
Milan.
I think it was on.
I thought you were saying Mulan.
On Daily
the fashion capital, like Milan.
Milan, yeah.
I thought you were saying Mulan. Like,
no.
Fucking Eddie Murphy as a dragon.
Yeah.
Mulan. Yeah,
which he is not in the live action version. Neither is Mulan's love interest. Because she don't need no man.
Ooh. Oh man, that's all right. So it's not all bad news. That's cool. So NBC announces Saturday Night Live is shutting down for 3 weeks. So that's cool.
Oh, there's silver linings.
Nothing of value was lost.
Exactly.
Greta Thunberg condemns coronavirus for causing apocalypse 10 years early. How dare you?
I don't want to go to work tomorrow, but I have to. Everybody else where I work gets to stay at home.
Yeah, we're sending most people home here over the course of this week.
Yeah.
Which...
Yeah.
Okay. I get it.
What about you?
Do you, Sean? Do you?
I do, but it's one of those things that, we could have been working towards this goal, like, in a much more intelligent and efficient fashion, rather than scrambling 100% at the last second. But, that's not the way it goes.
I agree.
I'm
No,
I'm
it's
wondering
not.
what professional wrestlers are going to do.
They'll play in arenas that do not require audiences.
Well, I think that would be not
And they'll
the
film it.
best idea. Like they should get like a rent out like a something, not necessarily an arena, but rent something out of a venue, maybe like a high school gym or something like that, because there are no sports now. So if they only filmed and put it on TV. Well, no, I'm saying they could really make headrows of people wanting, action entertainment. Wanting to root for a group. They could really pull something together, as long as no one got the fucking coronavirus.
Yeah. Well, I don't know.
But they definitely have to shut down, and not so much traveling, but they have to shut down. And that's another thing. Is there going to be a warning in advance of like in 4 days martial law? Martial law will be now, but the curfew starts in 4 days or whatever. So people do have time to get where they need to be. People are wondering if they can travel somewhere, real quick, or go back because they're currently traveling. It's a curiosity. And it's not my area. Infectious diseases is not my thing. I don't have to worry about sending people certain places when I'm dealing with, mass casualty events and whatnot. We just coordinate with other cities and send people where they need to go.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to try to switch over to my computer now that I'm home.
Alrighty then.
Fact checked. President Trump made yet another false claim to minimize the severity of the corona crisis, claiming Sunday that the virus is under control. The U.S. does not have the virus even close to contained. Like, what the fuck do you want, CNN?
They want him gone.
There are not even enough deaths to wake up Obama.
Yeah, I mean, how does the casualty list of U.S. victims of coronavirus stack up against the casualty list of U.S. drone strikes under Obama?
He only killed one. Calm down.
I don't believe
it was just one American. And he wasn't even super American.
All right, I'm going to dip out for just a second.
Hi.
Okay. Let's pretend we can't hear him when he comes back. He's just trying to ease the pressure. Why y'all got to make everything political? He's the president. He's supposed to stop people from panicking. Why are they while trying to continue?
Honestly, what he needs, and look, this is the one thing I am going to criticize Trump on. Look, if he wants to help kind of stabilize things, he needs to shut down the markets. They did it after fucking 9/11. They need to do it now.
Yeah, they dropped 1.5 trillion, and it did not last long. I'm like, dude, that's all of student debt.
Yep.
Yeah.
So he needs to shut down the market and basically just shut it down for, what did they shut it down for back in 2001, Sean? Do you remember? Wasn't it about a month?
Well, they had the airlines shut down for a couple of weeks. I don't know how long the markets were down, and you think I would know that because at the time I was working for an investment group. I want to say the markets were not closed that long. I want to say the markets may have only been closed a week.
Yeah.
I think it was the week, and then there was 2 false starts.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
And the false starts were just preempted sell orders where they wanted to sell, and they opened up, and they just got, deluged, really.
Right, and that triggered the automatic stop.
The shutdown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they had to. It took them
And then,
a couple of days to get that sorted out.
guys, stop it!
Yeah.
We're trying to open this thing again. We're trying to open up. Knock it off.
Yeah. That's my only thing is I think that's what they should do. But then again, I'm a pissant. I don't know anything, so call me crazy. But Warren Buffett seems to not be too concerned because he's drinking Coca-Colas and buying a shit ton of stocks. So
Fuck yeah! If I was Warren Buffett, I would too.
Yeah, there is a lot of good buy opportunity out there right now.
I know I'm seriously debating about doing it myself.
There's a huge amount of good buy opportunity out there.
Yeah, my privately held Johnson & Johnson stock is doing pretty good.
Yeah.
Not Johnson & Johnson, but it's Arm & Hammer
company.
something, though.
A family company.
It's invest in fucking toothpaper or toothbrush. It's shit that people need. If I would have, could be Prince of Charmin right now. God damn it. Gun sales have soared over the past 15 years while violent crime has fallen to a historic low. So, yeah.
Yep.
They're claiming there's a rush to buy guns during the coronavirus. I'm like, is it? Because I'm hearing, you're one of the people I've talked to, that it's taken about half an hour to get through to...
Yeah, normally a process that takes about 3 minutes took about anywhere from 30 to 45 minutes today.
Last gun I bought,
They're that busy. Backed up.
I talked to the sales associate, took maybe 5 minutes, and for the time it took me to walk from the sales floor to the cash register, I was good to go.
Yeah, not the case here.
Yeah, I say walk, but I meant waddle.
All right, I'm sending a
Mitt Romney
to Gun Club.
Mitt Romney wants to give every American adult $1,000 a month during the coronavirus outbreak. Now, Mitt Romney's worth $250 million all by himself, so that covers most of the country. No, wait, that'd be $1 million a person, right, Brian Williams?
Yeah.
Mitt Romney is worth $250 million. The American population is 327 million, which means he could give each American $1 billion every month and still have a lot left over. I feel like $1 billion a month could really help a lot of families right now. Take your mask off a little, Harry Catchatrain, writer for the Daily Wire.
Idris Elba has got the Wu flu.
Does he?
Yep.
I don't think anybody would say shit if Kevin Spacey came down with the Wu flu. It's just the people that are really loved.
Tom Hanks, Idris Elba.
Yeah. No one's running around going, guys, got bad news about Alyssa Milano.
I would imagine that she would survive.
I don't know how healthy her lungs are, but she still looks pretty good.
Yeah, she does.
Even though James Wood's poking fun at her right now.
Is he the one that put up the picture with her and Avenatti and then her with the Florida gubernatorial candidate.
Yeah, Caleb. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, kids, where are we? While we're all quarantined, why not have fun? Which of these Alyssa Milano love muffins is more a typical Democrat, do you think? Ash Chewer Andrew or Sperm Bank Avenatti? Who's your favorite? Dean Cain says interesting choices. Why? Because I fucking love Dean Cain. He screwed up somebody's shout out thing. The celebrity shout out. You pay $50, it goes to their charity and whatever. And he's like, contact them, tell them I screwed up and that it needs to be done again, and they'll contact me. Sorry if I screwed up. Some people would be like, you're wrong. I did not. I did not.
I did not hit her. Oh, hi, Mark.
I forewent the Beauty and the Beta and instead was at the neighbors drinking to the Crowder stream. I regret it so much.
I was at work doing a significant chunk of those aforementioned 74 hours last week.
Yeah. Hey, Canada will close the border to foreigners.
They did.
I know.
Mexico too.
Amazing.
Mexico is threatening to do the same.
God, please do it.
Dirty Americans.
That's racist.
So, Nia Jax from the WWE, one of the wrestling chicks, is showing Benjamin Bratt and I can't think of his name, Rob Schneider from Demolition Man, doing the almost high five. I feel like I am legit in Demolition Man movie right now. Be well. They don't actually high five; they just come close and they circle.
Yeah, that's pretty much true.
No
and I mean, with the run on toilet paper, we are going to have to learn to use those 3 shells.
My neighbor tried to give me the elbow handshake, and I threw up a Wakanda for him. He appreciated that. Hi, Mr. Woods. I'm a Rhode Island native who grew up in NK, North Korea. I guess no, can't be. Not with that last name. I'm a big fan of yours. I found out that I matched in orthopedic surgery today from Brown Medical School, but our ceremony was canceled due to the coronavirus. Would appreciate a wee treat on the congrats. Thank you. NK grew up in NK,
North Korea.
It can't be North Korea. The guy's name's Alex Kruzmarsky.
North Kekistan. I have no idea.
Yeah. NK.
Anybody else see the picture of the lady that has a basket and she's got like 20 milks in her basket?
Oh, I wanted to ask about that because we're going to talk about preps later. Is there some way to defreeze milk?
I heard that. I heard like somebody accused somebody of racism because they never froze milk.
I mean, you can. You can't.
Well, I know there's issues. You can't freeze maple syrup because the water will freeze out and it'll condense, which is one of the ways you get purified maple syrup. It's literally left in a trough, and it's the ice crystals form and float to the top, and it gets siphoned, not siphoned. Scrape. There's another term for it, but yeah.
Skimmed.
Sift. Yeah, skimmed. Sifted, whatever. Until it's a much thicker and more purified version. So I don't know how it worked with, milk. But so you can freeze it?
Yeah, but not for long. That's the thing.
I mean, you clearly can't freeze it in its jug because it's too much. Volume expands.
It expands, yeah.
Yeah.
I've tossed a plastic gallon of milk into the freezer, into the deep freeze, and we kept it for a month. And
it's got specific dents in it so that it won't blow up.
Right, yeah, and it'll survive, and I wouldn't want to do it for more than a month. And Defrosted milk tastes weird.
I figured that at minimum, but so does powdered milk.
Oh, powdered milk is gross.
You can if the cereal's sweet enough, you can do it. I was a child once. Believe it or not.
I mean, at that point, you might as well just cook it into caramel.
So, Sean, have they closed schools in your area yet?
Yes. As a matter of fact, it was an interesting week. My kids' school sent out several text messages, voicemails, and whatnot on Friday and Saturday saying they were expecting to be open today. And then at quite literally the 11th hour on Saturday night, the school district decided that they were going to close. And then I think it was this morning, the state superintendent of schools said all the schools in the state will be closed.
Yep. They did the same thing where I live. They're closing them until April 6th.
Yeah, so that's bugging the shit out of me. They're closed here April 6th, or till April 6th, or April 10th. And I'm like, which one of you assholes are starting school back on a Friday?
That through the 10th.
Oh.
Meaning it would be the...
Glad I didn't... Glad I didn't go accosting anybody over the weekend. Glad I didn't learn about that till the last day. That's a whole extra week. That's weird. I need to not be making decisions like that. I don't have kids.
Yeah, it's a bit of an imposition, especially with the way that my work is going, where they're like, yeah, everybody's going to go home except for you because we need you to get everybody home. I'm like, oh, great. Thanks.
Hey, how do you think I feel? I don't get to stay home. I'm an essential employee.
Right. And I'm fine with being the essential employee, but the problem is that if my kids are out of school, and if I don't have somebody to watch them, I'm kind of in a catch-22.
Gun owners watching non-gun owners stockpile apocalypse supplies for them. That's great.
I figured you would have loved that.
Yeah. That reminds me. I wanted to stop at the gun store on the way home to pick up some more boxes of ammo, and I didn't have time.
357 SIG.
I figure it's going to be in stock.
Dude, when I went to Academy, I couldn't find anything. I couldn't even find my oddball caliber of 5.7 by 28.
Yeah, I mean,
I
know.
What about 40?
I was going to say, I think I can probably find
40 was gone too. Well, there was some 40 and 10 mil, surprisingly.
Yeah,
but there was
I'm pretty sure I can find the 40.
I've never
sure
not
I can find the 357
found
SIG.
Yeah, I've never not found 40 caliber.
There's no way in hell I'm finding the 9.
Yeah, but I've never.
I found 9.
And since I have an oddball gauge shotgun, I might be able to find that, although it's kind of hard to find unless you go to a specific store. I've got a 16
What do you have,
gauge.
16 gauge?
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I figure. That's the oddball.
Mm-hmm.
I miss my 8 gauge.
Big bada boom.
Big boom.
Ithaca. I don't know any other 8 gauges, but Ithaca.
So what oddball gauge is your shotgun?
16.
16.
Oh. Wow, that is an oddball gauge. I actually
Yeah.
held a 16 gauge double barrel today.
I don't think they've made them in years, honestly. Every 16 gauge I've ever seen is at least 50 years old.
Speaking of, my ex told me she got she picked up a shotgun the other day, and I was like, "What kind?" She's like, "Smith and Wesson." I'm like, really?" Like, how old was this gun?
I wouldn't mind.
I want to
finding an
thank.
over-under. I'd like to get a 16 gauge over under if I could find one.
So I didn't realize how many businesses have my email until this week, when they all told me what they were going to do about their coronavirus.
Mm-hmm.
So thank you, KFC. Thank you, Golden Corral. Thank you. Like every banking institution I've ever been to. Yeah, thank you guys. Even though I don't have accounts with you anymore. There's a fake one for Golden Corral. It says, to our loyal customers, we're not going to bullshit you about our safety precautions because, frankly, we don't have any. Our customers fear nothing, not even death. If they did, they wouldn't even be in here at fucking all. Hell, have you seen our chocolate fountain? It literally just let kids stick their filthy, dirty, coward arms in that sucker. Haven't cleaned it since 1982. We hope you all continue to visit us and tempt your fate for many years to come. Ted Balls, President and CEO of Golden Corral. I don't think this is accurate.
Ooh, that sucks.
What did I miss?
It's in Gun Club.
Go to Gun Club.
Nothing shown. I hate that I have the sniffles right now. I feel like people are going to think I'm contagious.
How do you think I feel? I've got allergies right now.
I have allergies.
Yeah. And I'm coughing occasionally from the drainage.
Yeah.
And then I got word today that one of the guys that we did work with, there's possibility that could be something else, but he apparently called in sick today and was complaining of shortness of breath. So, yeah. This guy also happens to sit at a desk behind me. Great.
I just wanted to laugh and I coughed. That's not giving anything.
It's okay.
Oh God, I'm gonna die. Had a fever, so I got tested just in case. So glad it wasn't coronavirus. Man, this has just been. Before everything shuts down, everybody go out and get a haircut. It's gonna be a while.
Yeah, I just got one on
got your own
Saturday.
hair. Yeah.
So it's going to be interesting to see the birth rates come next January.
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah. December, January. Well, it has been recently Valentine's Day to St. Patrick's Day. That's a hell of a time frame.
Saturday was Pi Day.
Yeah, it was.
I completely missed Pi Day. I was too celebrating of Friday the 13th, which sucked. But I am celebrating this week because I single-handedly, for 97% of the time, replaced my own alternator via YouTube video and friendly encouragement from my buds.
Alternators are not tough unless the engine puts them in
Yeah,
a
you're
weird
welcome.
spot.
Funny story. Go fuck yourself.
How's that computer working, Jay?
Yeah.
That's good.
How's that?
It's
How's
good.
that beautiful monitor? Is it very vibrant for you?
They both work.
Oh, and
But,
how's the air in the tires and the alternator doing? I'm just curious.
The alternator's fine, bro. I was talking to Sean. Sean can go fuck off about the
Oh, okay.
alternators aren't hard. My first time, Dick.
I have to. Yeah, it was his first time. He did it, and I was very proud of him.
Good.
Of course, it helps the fact that the 4.6 liter V8 that he has in his Grand Marquis, the alternator sits right up top.
Dude, it
On
could
top.
not have been easier. It could not have been easier. Like if someone wanted me to do something, unless I'm replacing the gas cap, this was the next easiest thing possible. I had no idea how easy it was going to be.
Yeah, I had to do my first one was 85 Honda, and it was in the front but underneath, so it was a little more difficult to get to, but it still wasn't terrible.
Do you have to go through the passenger wheel well?
Yes.
They're always fun.
Yeah.
Ew.
And it wasn't terribly difficult. I mean, it was a little more. It wasn't like it was on a 351 Cleveland or something, where it's right up there up front, up top. Is it the Cleveland or is it the?
Grand Marquis. It's right there.
What are you talking
on
about?
top.
Is it? One of them's backwards. I think it's the Cleveland that's backwards, and the Windsor is forwards. Whatever. It's a Ford engine, and it's literally right up front, at the top. And it's like really easy to do.
The only easier thing to take out of than an alternator is the battery. Although all my the nuts they said in the video, all of them were wrong. They were like 10 millimeter, but it was 8 millimeter, and the thing they said was 8 millimeter was 10 millimeter. Other than that, it was a piece of cake. Corona kids.
I saw one of those woman and cat memes that was like, "You said you were homesick," and I said, "No, I said I had a case of Corona."
Yeah. Crowder, as a joke, they were drinking Corona, and he was such a fucking snob when they gave him his Corona that he made it replace it. I'm like, you fucking beer snob.
I do prefer Dos Equis, honestly.
Negro Modelo.
Not a fan. It's like Michelob.
Michelob.
Michelob gives me a headache.
Yeah. I will not drink it unless it's in a dark fucking bottle. What do we got for prep talk, Josh?
Not a lot really. Just make sure you got plenty of food, and if you don't, make sure you got plenty of ammo so you can go rob the people that do.
Yeah.
It'll be survival of the fittest, baby. Not that I'm advocating that you do such a thing. I'm just saying that if it comes down to it, you can do that, but I would be against such moral apprehensions.
This is like one of the few instances where you would not, like, personally for me, if someone were to break into my house, I would wait for them in my bedroom for them to be framed in my doorway. This is one of the times where they're specifically aiming for your kitchen that you do not happen to sleep in.
Yeah.
Aside from the fact that it is so ridiculously uncommon to have a burglar break in at night, no one's attempting to sneak around your house while you're asleep. They want to get to your goods while you're at work. The vast majority of any B&Es are done during the daytime.
Yep.
But if someone's coming to kill me, not rob me, kill me, I will kill them. But they've got to come to me first. There have been times where I've heard noises and I've gone out and looked and, armed because I'm not expecting anything, but I do live alone. So, it's not like I'm going to be flashing on kids in the hallway running because they got a glass of milk at 3 a.m. But sometimes the upstairs hallway, walking down the hallway, sounds like you're walking right down my hallway. But yeah, a couple ideas. If you are out of paper towel, try something like Harbor Freight or Home Depot.
Shopper
They
ads.
yeah. They absolutely have paper towels in those kinds of places. Toilet paper, you're kind of stuck to, grocery stores, Bed Bath and Beyonds, Bath and Body Works.
Better yet, make yourself a redneck bidet.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Just get a splitter
Go
valve,
shower.
put it on your toilet, and get one of the dish sprayers. Hook that up to that secondary line with a quarter turn valve, and you got yourself a redneck bidet.
Yep.
God, that is not warm water though.
I don't have to worry about that because come summer, all the water is warm.
Yeah. Yeah. Basically, I build up a food stock by if I eat, say, 3 cans of tuna a week, which I don't, I will buy 5 or 6 cans of tuna a week. And you put it back. And instead of putting your food into your cupboards, you put food into your pantry, and you move from your pantry to your cupboards. You keep it in a circulating stock, and you will eventually build up what you need. However, you are going to run low on shit like beef, chicken, pork, the perishable meats, if you're not putting them back enough.
Yep.
Like if you don't have access to a deep freezer, which I do, a small one. But again, I live alone, so buying a 6-pack of chicken breasts, you only plan to eat 4 out of them, and you put the other 2 in the freezer. But really, you put all 6 in the freezer, and you take 4 out. Unless you're going to eat that night, then I recommend just using the thawed one. But we are not the go-to guys for canning talk. Seek your local Mormons or LDSs for canning.
Yeah, even that out here, canning is not really much of a thing out here because there's no root cellars to put them in. So I mean they do some canning, but it's not like it is like in the East
and up north.
Yeah, that's more of a and not to mention that you really do need to do that in states where the weather prohibits you from basically moving around at all for 3 or 4 months a year.
I know in Oklahoma it's extremely rare to have a basement, but it's not out of the norm to actually have a storm cellar. The storm cellar is a little bit different. No, not a root cellar, a storm cellar. Storm shelter.
Why is that? I've never seen Twister. Why have a storm cellar?
Well, the reason that there's not a lot of root cellars or basements in Oklahoma is because of the clay. We have very thick, heavy clay.
Yeah, we have caliche, which is basically just desiccated clay that becomes basically concrete.
Keep talking. I live on a fucking mountain where once you get past the topsoil, it's mountain. Where it's mountainous. There is almost assuredly, like I'll swear on anything, your local grocery store, they have hand wipes there. They are not going to be running out of hand wipes for grocery carts. Every time a shipment comes in, a fucking container of hand wipes come in for the grocery carts. So there is an insane stockpile of those fucking things somewhere in that building. Use the the wipes to wipe off the grocery carts.
Uh-oh.
You don't need
Hang on. Keep talking amongst yourselves while I read this.
Okay. Let me know if we're all quarantined now and no one's allowed to go anywhere, because I'd like to know.
Wow.
What? The
Okay,
White House.
so local movie theater chain here in Arizona, Harkins Theaters, has shut down all of their theaters for the rest of the month.
Oof.
Nice. I know the theaters here, like AMC theaters, they're only selling out half the theater intentionally.
Are they doing the
Social distancing.
yeah, I was gonna ask if they're doing the damn it, what's it called? With the assigned seating with the 6 feet between people.
Yeah, I think so.
Kroger's is adjusting their store hours, as are most retail shops. They're only going to be open something relatively close to 9 to 5. So, act accordingly. White House has put out the new recommendations for dealing with what's going on right now in the event of the coronavirus. The new recommendations are simple to follow, but will have a resounding impact on public health. Listen to and follow the directions of your state and local authorities, which is excellent news. I can't tell you how happy I am to hear the federal government saying that the people who know best in your area are the goddamn people in your area. So that's actually really important, because that's not something that's often on a federal level. Even though we have a freaking 10th Amendment.
Hello.
Fuck off.
Hey, rude.
You're too good for us.
Yeah, big timer.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Ski Doggy wasn't there, so it was really nice.
Did the coronavirus take him out?
Stop wishing.
One can only hope.
Oh, that's so mean. I was asking a legitimate question. You wanted it to be true.
I do, a little bit. A little part of me does.
I hope you all die, since I'm not going to read the rest of these now. You'll not know. You won't know what happens. I'll read them to myself.
Okay.
Oh, okay. That's a good one. Yeah, that one's important. Oh, they're never going to know that, but now I know that. Yeah, this one's good too. All right, number 2. If you feel sick, stay home. Do not go to work. Contact your medical provider.
No.
If children are sick, keep them home. Contact your medical provider. If someone in your household has tested positive for the coronavirus, keep the entire household at home. If you are an older American, stay home and away from other people. If you are a person with a serious underlying health condition, such as a significant heart or lung disease, stay home and away from other people. 6 simple steps. Man. I am a hermit, so I already follow these.
Yes.
Yep.
Oh yeah, show a picture of Biden, of Pence praying with the team of healthcare workers. Fags. like they act like that's all Pence is doing. He's like, all right, we gathered you all here today. We're going to pray, and then we're going to break for lunch. We're not going to discuss how to help the American people, because CNN is full of shit.
So what if the administration decides to crack down on the media for whipping everybody up into a fine froth over this nonsense?
I don't think they can they?
That's a good question. Because it is causing a detrimental effect to public commerce, discourse, everything.
Well, I'm gonna tell you what I told Matt. It's the 10th Amendment. It's not actually the federal government doing it. It's the states. So,
What are you talking about?
The federal government might be advising the states to do it, but they're not forcing them.
Right.
I'm thinking the other way around, is that the press is getting so many clicks over the hysteria that they're running with the most hysterical takes on the virus to whip everybody up into a frenzy about, oh my God, we're all going to die.
Oh yeah, sure. I'm not going to deny that. And then they're trying to spin it towards Trump, blame it on him, which a small part of it is his problem because he had that whole month.
His problem, not his fault.
Right.
Yeah.
He had that whole month that he delayed it and did not make use of it appropriately, unfortunately for us. But anyway.
Dude, Obama didn't get involved with H1N1 till 1,000 deaths.
Again, I'm not
and that
saying
shit was quarantined.
Again, I'm not comparing him to Obama. I'm saying he had this opportunity. He took advantage of it, and then he didn't take advantage of it. But yeah.
Okay.
So, are any of you guys getting quarantined or not really?
I can't. I have to work.
Here, you would know the
Well, I
answers to
mean,
these
we're
questions.
still gonna get quarantined. It's not like I can go out after work and party.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's
But Jay Fry's is
happened.
voluntary because, well, he has no friends. But
actually, 3 cities won't allow me in them. Fuck you. No.
that just means they don't like you.
Yeah. I was talking to a girl the other day, and I was like, she said she just sounds in a way she rejected something or one of my advances. I'm like, God, this reminds me of prom. Asked 3 girls, got 4 no's.
Shit.
Like, 1 was preemptive. Like, really? I'm like, I didn't go to fucking prom. The Trump's address last Wednesday wasn't enough to calm everyone. See, he can't calm everybody because he didn't address last week. He doesn't address on a Sunday, and between Wednesday and Sunday, those 4 days, the media, it's basically CNN just going off their fucking nut on a regular basis. At the end of his speech, you had Don Lemon come out, talk to John Shitsack, and lose his mind that it wasn't being condemned enough, in his opinion.
Well, no, it didn't go the way he wanted it to go at all. Like, dude was stepping away in the other direction.
Yeah.
Which is out of character for him, which is, rather interesting. I don't remember the names of these people. Not Lemon, but the other guy.
Kasich,
thank you. It's out of character.
He didn't shit all over Trump.
Exactly. That is very out of character. So, yeah.
That and not telling everybody his dad was a postman.
I mean, the story gets old. He's got to realize that.
Yeah, that's why Klobuchar got kicked out. No one gave a shit about her snow hair. They it's almost to the point where they are, because they are very protected. There's a huge protection for them written right into the First Amendment, the freedom of the press. But they are damn near shouting fire in a crowded theater.
Yeah.
At this point, there is a call to action being made.
The problem with that is that there's kind of actually a fire. Which you can yell fire in a crowded theater if there's a fire.
Yeah, Biden, thank you. It's not illegal.
Well, the press is going to try and make hay while the sun is shining. So, I mean, there's nothing we can really do about it other than ignore them, which is what I plan to do.
Yeah, the problem is that they're influencing people with actual power.
Not really. Because the people in power do have the people in knowledge reassuring them. Here's the issue. It's like what happened with the Joker movie. The Joker movie, the media said there are credible threats made by white males who are Nazis and evil and racist that are going to attack these theaters. And the people in the know were like, no, there's not. We haven't heard anything. It's not going to happen. But they can't do nothing because they can't be seen not doing anything. So they dedicate manpower, time, and money to be at the movie theater as a show of force to reassure the public, and then the media points to the cops in their show of force to reassure the public and say, see, we must have been right. There are cops here. And this is that on a pandemic level. The country cannot be seen, the government of the country, in this case the city and the states, cannot be seen to not be doing anything.
Well, this is what the media has been incredibly good at doing. This is a skill set that they've been flexing and exercising to get really good at, is they put you in a damned if you do, damned if you don't situation.
You have to be seen doing something or else you're not doing anything.
Right.
But you know who's not doing anything? West Virginia. You know who has no cases? Fucking West Virginia.
Yeah. I view that mainly to the mountainous area of the regions.
Right. They're a little isolated.
They're a little
purely geographically.
No one from Appalachia is going to be licking anybody from Wuhan anytime soon.
Corona, what? I can't even spell that. I've been through West Virginia.
I don't fuck with foreign beer, you motherfuckers.
Pretty much.
But that's where the country roads take us.
I know.
I believe the country roads take us home.
Yeah. In West Virginia.
To the places where you come from.
Yeah. That's actually that's what I've marked my home as on Apple Maps, the place I belong.
West Virginia.
No, not West Virginia. My house is the place I belong.
Oh.
So
a
is
while,
Hollywood shitting all over itself, or what?
Yeah. As of now, Saturday Night Live has been suspended for 3 weeks.
See, silver lining.
Yeah, so it's not all bad.
It's not all bad. Not all
He
bad.
said
I was
snarkily.
hoping they would shut down nighttime TV. You know, that would have been nice. That way we don't.
Doesn't work like that.
Well,
You know,
the question is are people going to be able to go in and be a live audience for those?
No, they're not.
No.
Stephen Colbert showed the audience last week before he shut down, and there was like 7 people. But let's see.
Were they spaced out evenly amongst the crowd, or were they sitting next to one another?
Kind of both. Like you could tell they were families.
Oh.
So yeah. I mean, they were sitting next to each other, but it was like at most 4 people, and then huge spaces. But I'm kind of like, let's see what's in theaters this week. The Hunt, poor The Hunt. They had like a 6 months break before they were able to come out in theaters. They're not going to do well.
Did you guys see that Idris Elba got tested and was positive?
Yeah, we were here for that, Dick.
Wow. I'm sorry.
But no, the ski doggy hour was way more important.
There was no ski doggy, all right? That's an exception.
Birds of Prey gets to use this as an excuse to why their numbers were so bad. Rise of Skywalker, Knives Out, Fantasy Island.
I watched Knives Out the other night. I liked it.
I did enjoy it too. It was.
I heard
good.
it was just a plea for immigrants.
No,
it's not that. No,
you can
that's
view
a
it
part
that
of
way,
it.
but
There's a part
personally,
of it, but yeah, it's not.
that's not the overarching story. The story itself is incredibly good. If you like murder mystery, watch it. It's good.
Sonic the Hedgehog, Call of the Wild, Bad Boys for Life,
Yeah.
Bloodshot.
I think they were coming out with that.
I Still Believe. What's that about?
Game of Thrones star Christopher Hivju tests positive for coronavirus.
I never learned how to say his last name.
Yeah,
Which character was he?
Tormund.
Wait, so who was Jaime Lannister?
I have no idea. I never watched a single episode of that show.
Oh, that's just terrible. Just terrible.
Terrible.
Hold on, I'm in Google right now, so let me just Google Jaime Lannister. Okay, that is a fictional character. House Lannister. I just need a fucking name. Joffrey. No, that's not a name. I just need a name. Who plays Jaime Lannister? Nicolau Costner Waldo. Thanks. Gonna give me a real fucking name. Nikolaj? Nikolaj. Nikolaj Costner Waldo. The eldest son of
Fucking Lannister. Yep.
Tywin Lannister. Nikolaj. Okay, whatever. But yeah, all right. So I looked that up for you. I'll never have to do that again.
Joe Biden confused SARS with coronavirus on stage last night, apparently.
Yeah.
I mean, technically they're the same family, so.
Oh.
Yes.
No, hence novel. It's a different family. It's new.
Whatever, Fry.
Oh.
Go talk to your doctor buddy in Michigan that Facebook fact checked him.
What public
I'm not gonna
fucking
ask
park
shit.
did you find that roll of toilet paper? Good God.
I've had that meme for days. I thought I already shared that on Gun Club.
I saw it, at least. I know what I got.
I think I shared it with Fry. That's who I shared it with. I didn't share it with Gun Club.
I'm surprised we haven't been like lacquered in new CDC warnings and whatnot. Like, just they put them up all over the place at work, like constantly.
Well,
Bill Maher needs to get canceled. Yeah, literally, Bill Maher is fucking cheerleading the apocalypse like nobody's business.
Yeah, that is fucking stupid. What the hell is his deal?
Gee, it'd just be terrible if he caught it and died.
From his 21-year-old girlfriend, who is a supermodel.
Wait, really? Jesus Christ.
Oh no, he exclusively dates 21-year-old supermodels.
or Ann Coulter. They just hate fuck each other. That's all it is.
Yeah, it's a bag of bones rubbing up against a sack of shit just to feel love.
Yeah, pretty much. Can't stand Bill Maher. He's such a fucking smug prick.
On the plus side, it's funny to watch him walk out of Holiday USA's with an erection because he was buying a new skeleton for his Halloween decorations.
Yeah.
I heard a prepper that I love talk about the coronavirus and like his preps and whatnot. And he said that he was eating at Arby's the other day, and he had his daughter, not his girlfriend, wash her hands, and then when she got back, he went and washed his hands, and then they proceeded to eat while not touching the food, and it was weird to eat French fries through a napkin. I'm like, you just washed your hands, genius.
You'll be fine.
Like, what special thing do you think about the napkin that doesn't happen with it? Like, I don't want to shit on Mikey, but I'm going to shit on Mikey real quick. He's still working out, which is fucking kudos, even though the gym's about to shut down. But he was wearing rubber gloves, so obviously he was touching everything while wearing rubber gloves. But in one of the other pictures that he has, he's wiping his brow with the fucking rubber glove. You sweat on your brow. It goes into your eyeballs. That's how you contaminate. Rubber gloves do nothing. The reason you wear rubber gloves is you put the glove on to protect your hand. Then you reach down, you pick up whatever. Say literally it's shit. You pick up the shit. It's now on the rubber glove. You don't continue to wear the rubber glove because it has shit on it. You take the glove off. That is how you treat a rubber glove. You don't wear a rubber glove because it's protection. It's no more protection than your hand. Any virus that is on the glove would have been on your hand. You then take the glove off. You don't continue to touch things with it.
Yeah. And on that note,
Hmm.
it's 9:30, and I have to be up very early in the morning. So I'm going to head out, gentlemen.
You take care.
It's been great.
Good to
So
see
good to
you
have you on.
again.
Talk to you guys later.
Later.
Bye, everybody.
Bye. You're misappropriating the use of rubber gloves. Stop it. And once you do take off the rubber gloves, then wash your hands. Even though there are ways to take off rubber gloves where you won't contaminate yourself, still wash your goddamn hands. Rubber gloves won't keep you from catching anything if you use them as if they aren't what they are.
Right. Correct.
It's like, oh, no, don't do that, Mikey. Rubber gloves are good. I use them usually to keep from getting stuff on my hands. But then you take them off once you're done getting stuff on your hands. You don't continue to wear them. It's a weird blind spot with rubber gloves. They are not inherently clean. I mean, they're clean because of the sterile environment they're made in, but they're no more clean than a paper towel or any other thing is clean. Once you start touching it against stuff, discard it. I wonder how sweaty they were when he was finished with his workout. like if puddles pulled in them or anything like that.
Right. I mean, you'd be better off just carrying a can of Lysol and spraying everything down before you touch it.
Yeah, a couple of wet wipes. Which is something you should do anyways. Like tomorrow when I go into work, I'm going to spray down my computer when I get there, but I'm also going to do it when I leave. And whoever comes in next, they're going to do the same thing. Of course, I think I'll probably be the next one in there, so it's not a big deal.
I sent out an email back when we started what we were doing this week, telling everybody to clean up their desks, like wipe everything down. And I had to go replace some computers that people did not heed my warning, and it was gross.
Mm-hmm.
So Tom Hanks, who has the coronavirus with his wife, whose name is Rita Wilson, means that Tom Hanks is stuck on an island with Wilson.
That's
Yeah, there was one about Tom Hanks. There's pictures, and it was him as Captain Phillips, him as Sully, him as what was the other one? Oh, stuck in an airport, and him, stranded on the island. And I'm like, oh, you missed a perfect Joe versus the Volcano reference here. Him floating on sea on his luggage. But they're like, point is, don't travel with Tom Hanks. I'm the captain, no. He's been hijacked. He's had to land a crashing plane. He's been stuck in an airport. Jamie fucking Lannister. What else we got? Let's see what's trending on the Twitter. Huh. For some reason, Roswell, New Mexico is trending. I wonder if this is all this spread from that Area 51 raid last year. Sons of bitches. Oh, it's a TV show. Let's see what Marshall says.
What is the Twitter news?
Marco Rubio says, apologies for the typo. I meant to type stupid rumors about martial law, not martial law. The person.
You didn't see that when I typed it in the chat earlier, or when I shared it in the chat? The link?
Well, he spelled martial law wrong again, though.
Yeah, marital law.
Yeah.
News.
Oh, did you guys see the coronavirus challenge going around?
No, what is it?
Apparently, this chick was on an airplane and licked the toilet seat in the airplane.
Oh, that's not new, dude. That's fake as fuck. That's from years ago. And she's really cute.
They don't go viral if they're ugly.
Yeah.
I instantly saw a tongue on toilet seat and was disgusted and looked away.
Yeah, well, trust me, she's super cute. Super cute.
Super cute. Like your next door neighbor kind of cute?
I have new neighbors, and I've got a new story for you. That's so fucking stupid.
Okay.
And the super cute neighbor was the neighbor before the last neighbor. The last neighbor was super young.
Is there a difference?
Yeah, to my penis.
I thought you said your anus. There. You're not going to prison just yet.
Well, no, she was of age, but she was still 16. I'm not touching anything that doesn't know where they were when 9/11 happened. It's a cultural touchstone. I'm not going to violate. No matter how weird her dad was.
That doesn't bode well.
Coronavirus, fear, New York subway. YouTube does that to any video that mentions it. 40 objects you've been using wrong.
Copper kills coronavirus. I don't know that that's true. And if it were, we would be the safest state in the union.
Really? Arizona?
Yeah.
Copper Kingdom?
Yeah, we are the copper state.
Ah, damn, I thought that was New Mexico. That's a neighbor, right?
It is. There are retarded neighbor, yes.
All right. I wasn't sure if I was that far off or not.
Between us and Texas.
Why is Bay Area's on lockdown? 6 Bay Area communities are sheltering in place. What is the percentage of elitists and celebrities of the population? 0.000001%. And how do they make up 1% of the infected people with this virus? Why them? Yeah. Good Lord, that is I'm just seeing the name now. Christopher Hivju. Hivju. It can't be a J. Hivju? No. Hivju. Yeah, I don't know.
Well,
What else we got? Oh, I was just looking at the guy from Game of Thrones.
Oh yeah.
Hivju.
Yeah, man, it just gets dumber by the hour out there.
Yep.
And it's one of those things. I mean, this disease is no joke, but our response sure as fuck is. Good Lord.
Yep. So
Well,
what's something you're lacking now that you wish you weren't?
What's that?
What's something you're lacking now that you wish you weren't? Like something you could have prepped for this.
I mean, how do you prep for it? It's the flu. I mean, you take your vitamins, you try to stay healthy, stay hydrated, and clean.
All right.
I mean, it's just what's the bigger news story and the bigger deal seems to be our reaction to it, not the thing itself. It's what everybody's freaked out about. And what the hell with the toilet paper? I mean, wash your ass, folks. And I guess it's more important to the women folk because, they can't shake. So they have to double down every time. I mean, if you ever live with a woman, or women, as the case may be, you'll know that they go through that shit like nobody's business. You think they're eating it.
That's what I keep hearing. I mean, I guess it's the case. I had a mom and a sister when I was growing up, so I don't remember the toilet paper disappearing that quick, but maybe it did.
I don't know.
All I'll say is I bought a bulk roll, a bulk pack from Sam years ago. I'm still using that same bulk pack.
Yeah, I say we bought our bulk pack from Sam's, I want to say 3 weeks ago. We're not even halfway through it.
Yeah.
So, we're good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm more concerned about replenishing food stocks when the time comes, honestly.
Yep. Same.
Like, my wife went and got the last 2 loaves of bread off the shelf last night. And, milk's still plentiful, thank goodness. But, like, eggs. There's been a run on eggs locally. Who the fuck stockpiles eggs?
I got chickens, so I'm good.
Hello?
Hello.
All right, I'm back. I was saying, and I think I'm getting talked over, so I knew I wasn't being heard. I don't think that was the case with toilet paper. I think people went down the aisle to get paper towel and grabbed a roll of toilet paper, as in a giant fucking package. I mean, if you think about it, there's 37 different kinds of fucking chili beans in the aisle that has chili in it. It's just toilet paper in the fucking toilet paper. There's toilet paper, paper towel on one side, and they're gigantic. They're literally 3 feet by 2 feet for a 24 pack of toilet paper.
Yeah, they take up a lot of space.
Huh?
They take up a lot of space.
Yeah. So you're talking about maybe 600 purchases worth of toilet paper in that entire area. So when people even remotely started to see a run on it, they went ahead and grabbed one themselves. It wasn't, not everyone's grabbing toilet paper. It's just people not understanding the size and scale of what they're dealing with.
There's more than enough video out there and pictures of people taking 6-8 packages of toilet paper.
After the first day. It wasn't an initial run on toilet paper. It was, I'm here grabbing paper towel, grab toilet paper. After it started going around that it was being hoarded, people wanted to get their fair share of toilet paper. As in any other thing. Gruel sucks, but I'll be damned if you get more gruel than I do.
I guess.
It's still that milk that question. I don't get that. Like, what are you gonna do with 6 gallons of milk?
Well, like I said, there was a run of eggs here. Who the fuck stockpiles eggs?
Like, how many eggs we talking? Because you can hard boil eggs.
Well, you could. That's true. I guess you could do that. And you could.
You could mineral oil eggs, and they last for 6 months.
Yeah. But something tells me there's not a run on mineral oil.
Well, it's kind of like the thing about getting eggs fresh out of the chicken instead of buying it from the store is the same reason you can get tomatoes out of the garden while they're still green. You can just leave them out. You don't have to refrigerate them, and they'll stay good for a long time.
Yeah. Plus, you can crack the eggs and freeze the egg.
Wait, why?
If you're making meringues or something, my grandma told me about this the other day. If you're making a meringue, it calls for 4 egg yolks and 8 egg whites. So it's half the yolks of the whites. So you can freeze the yolks. She recommends doing it in a ice cube tray, or you can freeze the whole damn egg. So you can literally take a ice cube tray, freeze 6 eggs separate from their yolks, put them in freezer bags, and do it all over again. Just takes 3 hours to do a couple dozen eggs.
All right.
So as long as you're a fan of scrambled eggs and not sunny side up, you're fine. There's a pretty good chance you're gonna break a yolk.
No, Steven, I'd say that's just typical you. It's not out of character for you.
Yeah, no, I'm with you, Steve. Anyone catch left pole troll today? Temporarily changed the Democrats wiki picture. Yeah, I saw that and changed it from Democrat to Democratic. Oh God, I'm dying of coronavirus. What a time to get your allergies. Damn it.
Mm-hmm. God forbid you should sneeze at work.
No one would see me. So I'm getting I'm being welcomed into the police department by fuckery on a massive scale. It's not even funny.
Okay, explain.
I come into work Tuesday and there's a hostage situation. And I didn't realize it till 2 days later when I talked to Josh a second time. But this cop, without a gun, was holding himself hostage in the break room. And I'm like, what's going on? He's like, stay here. We have to get people out of the office. And I'm like, okay. And then another cop comes up to me and tells me the story of this burned out cop who, because of a situation in his past where we had a fire year before last in Pigeon Creek, which is not particularly close to us, but we did attend the fire because we're a neighboring district and wanted to lend aid in the fire situation, where a man was driving through from a place that wasn't on fire through a place that was on fire to get down the mountain, and he got in a car accident and was burning alive, and the cop that was attending had to put him out of his misery by shooting him. And he's been haunted by it for the past 2 years. And now he's demanding to be let go because he can't take it anymore. I was like, Jesus Christ, that's insane. So I asked him if he was okay and why he couldn't just quit. And he quit and walked out the door. Just no problems whatsoever. And I was like, that was a really fucked up situation. But they're like, we're going to keep it on the down low, so don't tell anybody. And I'm like, okay. So then I researched to see what was happening with the fire. Couldn't find it at all. Nothing about it. Josh, I told Josh the story because it was just so fucking crazy. Yeah, he agreed. He couldn't find anything on anybody. We found one person who died in the fire in an automobile, and it was like an 80-year-old lady. So they faked a fucking hostage situation with a cop just to harass me. I thought it was like the weirdest situation ever. Like, why didn't he just quit? Yeah. So now they're trolling me at work, and I'm getting my comeuppance for. But at least they're accepting me, so there is that. But now I can't trust a fucking cop in the entire department for the next fucking 6 weeks.
Why, you get the new recruits in 6 weeks?
No, they'll eventually get sick of harassing me with stupid shit, and they'll accept me. But I didn't make a big deal of it enough. Like, I was supposed to go around like telling everybody that I was like the hero of a hostage situation. But I really can't do that because I don't really work with anybody. Like I get to work, and then with like in the hour, everything's closed down, and I'm by myself. So I really can't like tell other people about it. So they're saying like how they, razz the new guy, but I can't tell anybody. There's literally nobody for me to tell. Plus, I've been getting big in my britches. I told the mayor's assistant, one of the fire marshals was in, and he's just yelling at me because he's a loud fucking boisterous guy. And I told him that the mayor's assistant is hard of hearing, so he's going to have to speak up when he talks to him. So the fire marshal was yelling at the mayor's assistant, and the mayor's assistant was like cowering in place, and I found it fucking hilarious. I got written up for that. Totally worth it. The only thing that would have been better is if I told the mayor's assistant that the fire marshal was hard of hearing, so they could have been yelling at each other. Damn, what a time to get allergies. If I happen to die of coronavirus, I just want you people to know that I'm being stoic and not telling you I have the coronavirus.
Chances are you won't die.
You don't know my health? Shit.
Actually, I kind of do.
Aw, damn it. Stupid survival rate.
You are not a boomer.
Are either of you boomers? I don't think you are.
Have you? No, I'm Gen X. Have you heard what they're calling the coronavirus?
Boomer remover?
Well, I've heard that, but yeah, on Crowder last night they said the boomer doomer.
Boomer doomer, yeah.
Yeah, I prefer boomer remover, but it's pretty fucked up.
Yeah, actually, the only person I'm really terribly worried about is my mom because she's 81, so I want her to isolate and stay safe and whatever because I don't need her getting it. But outside of that, hell, for all I know, my kid might already have it.
Yeah, I'm more worried about my uncle getting it, but for the same reason, because my grandma is she's declining, like on par with Joe Biden, who I love her to death, but she's they've kept her from going out for a little bit of time.
Yeah.
And because it's declining, she doesn't know that she's been cooped up for a long period of time. So I'm more worried about my uncle getting it and giving it to her as opposed to, but he's a really anal guy. So if anybody's going to not catch it, being exposed to the possibility of getting it, it's him. So hopefully, yeah, he like I don't care particularly. He's a healthy enough guy. I mean, he's in his 50s, but he's a healthy 50. I'm definitely more worried about my grandma. But other than that, like everybody in my family and otherwise is rather significantly healthy.
Do we need to do a wellness check on Stan?
Sadly, no. He's doing just fine. And if he wasn't doing fine, there's like 7 whores on the internet who will do wellness checks before we get to one. You weren't at my 3 or 7 o'clock show, Stan. Is everything okay? Miss you, sugar daddy. I don't know what Riddle's problem is. It's one of his little fangirls that they're like marrying each other or something. Her Facebook is way hotter than her Twitter. I don't know what her deal is.
Filters? No, can't be that.
No, it's not filters. It's her, and she's way better looking on Facebook than she is on Twitter. Like, how does this happen? Yeah, she's a gorgeous gal. And in about 4 years, she'll be able to pay for a cheaper version of car insurance, which will be nice when she turns 26. Stan.
Oh my God, my kid is killing me on car insurance.
The under 20 or the over 20?
No, the 23-year-old.
Oh, 2 more years. 2 more years.
He's 26, bro.
No, 25.
Now you gotta get through 25.
Yeah, it's through 25.
What?
Yeah.
Mine started at 25.
You're a boy. You've already wrecked all your cars.
Maybe.
Yeah, she needs to just get off my insurance and get her own, honestly, because it's moida, I tells you.
My little brother scored a 100% on his driver's test, the taken test, and the actual driving portion. And because I'm older than him, I think I'm a better driver than him. But in a 1-year period, he got into 3 car accidents. And I'm like, did you just stop touching your wheel? Have you been driving for like 3 months, just not steering at all? What the hell's your problem?
Damn. Fucking Amazon is back to fuck up if they are delivering packages at 9 o'clock at night. Son of a bitch.
Latest I've gotten is 8.
I can order stuff by 6 and it'll be here by 9.
Same day?
If I do the Amazon Now, yeah.
Fuck you, Amazon Now.
Well, there's a distribution center on the other side of town, so I mean it's.
Oh, I'm surprised they don't use the drone for you.
Are those allowed?
They would have to cross the entirety of the Phoenix Metroplex to do that. So that's.
I mean, they can.
Well, they'd have to literally go directly over the airport.
They can. That's the Metroplex, dumbass.
I didn't catch that part.
Yeah, our airport's right in the goddamn middle of town.
Oh, that's rough.
To be fair, it started at the edge.
Of Phoenix, yes.
Someone was telling me how stupid it was for Metro Detroit Airport to be 30 miles from Detroit. Like, it's Detroit. You want to be 30 miles from it. Like, no one wants to park for 7 days in Detroit.
Oh man, good God. Hornady is proud of their shit. Jesus.
Critical Defense is a great round, bro.
No. Frontier, their planking brand. So 1,000 rounds of 223 is $350. Good.
Oh
God.
no, that's price gouging right now. That's nothing to do with Hornady.
I mean, I don't know. They're pretty proud of their shit as far as I can tell.
I'm on their. Are you on their Instagram?
No, I'm looking at.
No, are you on their Instagram?
No.
Yeah, about a month ago they said, "Buy now, price is going up." Like we've done our research, price is going to go up. Buy now. And they're not. They're just a company. They put out 1 million rounds every couple of days, and it's not like the price of their materials are going up. It's just supply and demand going up. So they're making money hand over fist. But when they tell you early to buy, that's them being a good company saying, it's not our fault, but when,
shit's coming down the pike, son.
Yeah, it's not, brass isn't more expensive, copper is not more expensive, but because there's less in stores, its value has increased. So yeah, they're making more money off it completely, and they're happy about it. But they gave you the warning in advance. Same thing with what's federal? What's not federal? Is it federal? No, American Eagle. Is that federal? Yeah,
federal.
They were saying buy it now. They all came out at the same time. The one I laughed at was Bravo Company, or not Bravo, Bravo Concealment was saying get your holsters now. And I'm like, calm the fuck down, Bravo Concealment. Like, I don't even like your holsters. I sure as shit don't like your 6 week turnaround time for make my Glock 17.
Damn,
holster.
You guys want to split up 90,000 rounds of 223?
I've got nothing that uses 223.
First off, get something that uses 223. Second, buy a lot of 223.
Well, that's what I'm offering. We can split it 3 ways, and it'll only cost us
$30,000.
What's $25,880 3 ways? Whatever that is.
It's 75 grand. Or you're saying split
total
25?
All
right, I was gonna say, because I was saying it was expensive at 30. You're telling me 25 a piece. I was like, it's not 25 a piece. Okay. I've $8,000 a piece roughly. A little more, probably 8,300. Yeah, that's without shipping or with shipping.
It doesn't include shipping. Son of a bitch.
I went to a party at the God damn it, what's it called? What the name is it? The plateau. The brain farting right now because of the coronavirus. Anyway, there's a huge just west of here. There's a Cumberland Plateau. That's what it's called. By the way, that word I was looking for last week, it took me 3 days to remember. Extraordinary. Extraordinary.
Yeah. Good
Yeah,
Lord.
that's one of those fucked up pronounced words. It was to unload a pallet of 223, and they gave you 3 magazines with ammo for it to unload and help distribute the 80,000 rounds. And it was all on stripper clips.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's not too bad. Oh, Brownells has still got Hornady barrels of ammo for sale. 13,889 rounds per barrel.
How many?
13,889. I don't know how to count it exactly that much, but okay.
Maybe it's a weight?
Must be. Because it's not an actual 55-gallon drum. It's a little smaller.
I wonder.
Anyway,
Weird.
that's a lot of bullets.
Yeah, but so I got 3 mags of the old 30 round GI mags, not the 20 round mags, the 30 round mags.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, and that was easy as shit to load because the 10 round the strippers just go fucking right in there.
Ugh.
It was
So
funny to see all those
triggered,
little
you
kids
guys.
running around with ammo cases and whatnot. Duarte's about to turn around and say, if somebody sneezes, you can shoot them in the face. What else we got, guys? I'm not seeing
much.
anything else. What was that?
There's a picture of Mel Gibson, Jason Momoa, and shit. Who's the dwarf that played on Game of Thrones?
Oh, Peter Dinklage.
Yeah,
Dinklage.
Peter Dinklage. Yeah. I'll put that in Gun Club too.
Space Pants.
Space Pants is a great skit. I don't care what anybody says. It's friggin' hilarious.
Oh, that's some shit. I remember seeing Jason Momoa on Stargate Atlantis, and I'm like, where do I know that guy from? And I couldn't place it for the longest time. I'm like, that was the fucking kid from Baywatch. That's why you never put your gun on with your pants around your ankles. Those are some wide goatees. I know Mel's is a beard, but I'm not sure if Jason's is a beard or not, but Peter's is a goatee. You can see cheek. Circa like 2012, 2013, Mel Gibson had like the baddest beard on the planet. Now it's like the gray's really filling in. But when it was black and white, it looked fucking great.
Mm.
All right, let's get out of here.
Do we have to?
No, I guess we're good today. Invite Steven on. He'll have a good old time.
All right. Let me go.
We all know he wants to come on.
I'm worn out from the week and all this nonsense, so I'm sorry if I haven't been very lively today.
You're fine.
All good. All good.
All right. Say bye, everybody.
Goodbye, everybody.